All right, everybody. So, with the end of the previous fortress. So, with the end of the previous fortress, we are now starting up we're now starting a new fortress in the world of Elathu Múya, the Domain of Typhoons. Now, let me show you where exactly this is happening. I have done a good bit of study of Elathu Múya to bring you the ideal location. We are here for a very special location that I have been scouting out in between streams. And all we have to do now is wait for the game to allow some time to pass. If you have retired a fortress, the game then takes 2 weeks in between to get things ready. So, now then, I just need to find the tower in question. Here we are. This is the tower in question. The Tower of Arrow-Platted. Deep here in the Tan Continents, this tower has what we need. A Necromancer book. Because this tower, this fort that we're going to be creating is going to become a Necromancer Tower. Arrow-Platted is ruled by a human by the name of Edri Gleamglow. And yes, I went in and I got some screenshots of her. A medium-sized creature prone to great ambition. We can actually find out a great deal about her. Yeah, I study this shit. So, well, no copyright, no copyright. So, she only rarely feels strong cravings or urges, accepts favors without developing a sense of obligation, prefers to act as the current situation demands, strongly prefers discussions of ideas and abstract concepts, is not particularly interested in what others think of her, somewhat uncomfortable around those that appear unusual or live differently, often feels envious of others, thinks she's fairly important in the grand scheme of things. You know, very typical for a necromancer, of course. Rarely moved to mercy. Has a noticeable lack of perseverance. She personally sees merrymaking as a waste of time and doesn't really value self-examination, and dreams of ruling the world. She is the captain of this tower, and as you saw from this tab, she has a great many necromancers that live under her. Great many understudies who will happily take on the position of the general of this tower, were she to fall. She sounds fun, right? A perfect nemesis for us dwarves. But we are not here to defeat her for the sake of Elathu Múya. No. We are here to go to her tower and steal her books. Because we have, after exploring the place, our scouts know that she has at least one book that can give us the secrets of life and death. She actually worships both the sun god and the goddess of death. And she also detests worms. You know, she almost like she hates the idea of decay itself. And because of that fear of mortality and decay, she took up the idea of necromancy. Now the question is, where do we set up a fortress? There's several different places that could be good. I want somewhere nearby so that we don't have to go that far in order to steal the book. We've got humans nearby here and dwarves that will be good for trading with. Oh wait, elves and humans apparently, which is always good. We're gonna pick somewhere with some like good flat land, and I think over here is a good place for it. We've got iron, silver, copper, lead, and fluxstone. The forests of good. They won't be good after we've gotten our hands on them, that's for sure. We're going to pick an area that takes into account the water around here. Unless we could pick a desert. I've never actually played in a desert before. What do y'all think, chat? Should we pick a forest or should we go for this this desert area here? There's no trees, but you know, we could always trade for that, or include a bit of the deserts are fun except no wood for beds. Yeah, that's kind of the only problem that I'm thinking of. Honestly, yeah. Let's go for the forests of good here. You have selected an area near a Necromancer's Tower. You may be invaded very early by powerful foes. Oh, one last thing. Before we do that, we're going to choose our origin civilization. Okay, so it is actually set to the people that I want it to be. The Key of Slaughters. A perfect place for, a perfect civilization for us to pick. Oh no, does it put us all the way? Okay, no, it's not that far away. The Key of Slaughters. They're very much an underdog. They don't have a whole lot in the way of population, which makes this a little bit more of a challenge. They're the least populated, and their history is riven with attempts to take them over by necromancers, especially the people of Edry Gleamglow. Your necromancers have corrupted their nobles time and again, in desperate attempts to try and control them. And so now the Key of Slaughters are like, enough is enough. We're sick of necromancers trying to corrupt our people. We will create our own necromancers, and we will make our own play. So it is here that the dwarves of the Key of Slaughters make their way into the Forest of Good and the Diamond Hill in order to create their own Necromancer Tower. We're going to prepare for the journey carefully. Let's see. Do we have any dwarves that have dreams? Okay, dreams of mastering a skill, creating a great work of art, dream of raising a family, great work of art, great work of art, raising a family, mastering a skill. You know? I say, Uzol here. Uzol Bridgeran. What is she? She finds romance distasteful, doesn't respect a society that has settled in without debate and strife, sees competition as important, unfriendly and disagreeable, assertive, thinks she's fairly important in the grand scheme of things. Okay. I think Uzol might be a good place to start. Unless... Okay, not particularly ambitious. Exciting and adventurous situations. Okay, I think Uzol is the best candidate here. Because of her ambition, and she dreams of raising a family. Why not raise a family from the dead? So, Uzol will be our candidate for Necromancer. And as somebody who's going to be the leader of this place, we need her to have some particular skills. She needs to be able to keep people around her. She needs to be well liked. We give her some scheming. We're gonna have her be a student. It's important that she be able to read, because if she is not able to read, she won't be able to make use of the Book of Life and Death once we steal it. And also a writer so that she can potentially make more of those books. We'll make her a bit of a flatterer, an intimidator, and a persuader. It's important that Uzol be able to get people on her side. After that, we have this peasant here. They, let's see, they are adventurous. I think I want them to be kind of a fighter. This one likes quarreling and brawling. Okay, so this is going to be our slab thief, or like not necessarily slab, but our book thief. For the person who is going to be stealing the book, it's important that they be a leader and a tactician. Those skills are difficult to teach naturally. It's useful to have them right off the bat. And let's see, ambusher. That will let them go in and steal the book. This is the fort that you got a sneaky preview, yes. If you go into the Cocktail Lounge Discord, you will find some of the work that I've been doing. Right here. So yeah, the ambusher will let them sneak in and steal the book. So we're going to make them a skilled ambusher. And that makes them basically a hunter. They'll be training up a bunch of other people to go in and steal the book with them. So yeah, Dodok here is going to be the one that will help actually steal the book. After that, I want people doing the usual stuff. You know, we want a good couple of people who are good at mining. And let's see. I want this one to be kind of a weaponsmith. You know, when they're not, like, hitting things with a pickaxe. Make them proficient, because why not? And then Id here, another miner. And we'll have them be an armor smith too. little bit of farm work just in case. And it's important to have someone who does woodcutting and carpentry. Also, we will let them be a bit of a furnace operator and wood burner. And then do some of the other, like, agricultural stuff. Rakust here. We are going to make them do some, like, fisher stuff, butchery, planting, brewing, just an all-round farmer. And then a little bit of different, like, clothing stuff, a little bit of a cook, just a little bit of mechanics as well. And then Sarvesh here. Sarvesh is going to be record keeper. Yeah, we're gonna have this one be like our bookkeeper, and let's see. Yeah, this will be our bookkeeper right off the bat. That'll let us keep track of everything, and then we'll also give them. What else do we give them? Yeah, they're mostly just gonna be doing stuff like doing the record keeping in their off time. We're gonna need someone who is good at masonry, because we're gonna be needing to crank out a lot of rock blocks, and we're gonna need them to do that quickly. Because if this fortress is gonna be a Necromancer Tower, it's gonna need walls, and it's gonna need a lot of them. Okay, now items. We're gonna bring along some. Gonna bring along a spare piece of leather just in case we get a strange mood early on. Same for a bit, like a little bit of silk. Some extra seeds just in case. And let's see. We do not need wheelbarrows or step ladders. We can just make those when we're here. So we're going to get these back and just going to refund those points. What we are going to take with us, we're going to take some different... Actually, we don't need any wood here. There should be plenty of trees around for us to use. Take some nether cap just because that's cool, you know? When you're heading out to a place where you don't know if there's going to be fuel, one thing I like to take is bituminous coal, because it's cheap and provides a lot of fuel in the form of turning it into coke. So that should be, let's see. We could take some tomatillos with us, just to brew into drinks. Just to give us some more variety, you know? Now for animals. Now you can see here, I've got a mod that allows us to take things like cave dragons and jabberers, but those are way too expensive for a starting embark. So we're going to do a couple of dogs, a couple of cats, as is tradition. We'll take with us a couple of pigs, because pigs, good reliable animals for meat, for bone, for leather, and for milk, which you can make into cheese. Plus they don't require grazing, just in case. Same thing for hens and a rooster. You know, they don't require grazing. Good constant source of food. Thank you for the head pats. My god, giant bats. That would be hilarious. We can bring trolls? God, what the hell is going on with this mod? I love it. Okay, okay. What else? You know, if we're gonna bring, you know, we'll bring some sheep, because those can give us a good source of wool. You would like to name one dog? Well, we have a redeem in place for that, Juki Holla. We'll get in there shortly. But yeah, how you doing? Happy Friday. Let's see. You know what? We'll bring along an alpaca, just because I don't really have a whole lot else to spend the points on. It is indeed Fortress Friday. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we'll bring along some winter melons, just to make into drinks. Bluetooth headsets so good cooking food and listening to stream. Yeah, absolutely. I love doing that. Just getting on, you know, popping my headset on and listening to people go about doing stuff. You know. You know what? Let's bring some sheets along, just in case we want to write up a new Necromancer book. And then finally, I'm just gonna put the rest of it into seeds here. I've added in a couple of seed mods, including Cave Cocoa and Cave Reed mats, something to like weave into new types of fabric. All right. This idea for it sounds great. Thank you. I've put in a lot of effort into getting all of this prepared. And now for our symbol. Cave Cocoa. Yeah, we can make our own alcoholic chocolate. So, the symbol of the Key of Slaughters. Let's see, did I have anything prepared for this? Let's see. Ooh. Midnight Horror. A large feathered humanoid. It has wings and it howls into high winds. Its black feathers are downy. Now you will know why you fear the night. A Midnight Horror. The Midnight Horror is screaming. Perfect. And then our group name, we shall be... let's see, what is it? I know I had it here somewhere. No, that wasn't it. Let's try. Okay. Is the Midnight Horror screaming while the giant cave toad is suffering? Sure, why not? Here we go. The pale... Here we go. Abal Lumen, the Pale Jesters. Now, fortress name is... Mondul Einod, GraveGate. It's short and sweet. So, we are done. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to strike the earth. Now the game is loading. Let's see where we end up. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of Ol Adin Kosh. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the cougars get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place, Mondul Einod, GraveGate. Strike the earth. The severed part of the earth sails off in an arc. Now, the first thing you should always do when you start up a fortress, once you're here, the first thing you should always do is pause your game so that you can take a look around. We have garden cress, bladeweed. Oh, that can be made into dyes. We have prickleberries. We shall not be wanting for booze then, because we can make that into prickleberry wine. Alfalfa. We've got hazel trees, sand pears. Okay. Plenty of crops here. Plum trees. Apricots. Willow trees. Fisher berries. Hide roots. Okay, okay. Cranberries. We've got all sorts of different all sorts of different things here. Long yams. Delicious. Oh hey, it's a weasel. So we've got river otters, a long-nosed gar, and alligator snapping turtles. So like those things are terrifying in nature, but I don't think they're that difficult to take on in Dwarf Fortress. Hey, blueberries. Yeah, we've got all sorts of choices of booze here. Love that. Okay, we've got sandy clay loam. We can use that to make stuff out of, like, we can make pottery with that. Oh hey, one of the things pulling the wagon was a unicorn. I love this mod. Okay. So, with that, Uzal is the expedition leader. We are going to tag her as the future Necromancer, just to remind us all why we're here. So, with that in mind, Ash, knowing that the expedition leader is off limits, who do you want to be named after? And the first thing that we should do is get some lodgings delved. The dumbest dwarf? Let's see. Okay. You shall be Lenny of GraveGate. Let's take a look at them. She is weak. Her extremely tall, narrow ears are fused-lobed. She has a scratchy voice. Her long beard is braided. Her sideburns are clean-shaven. Her very long mustache is neatly combed. Her short hair is neatly combed. Her teeth are gapped. Her bronze eyes have thin irises. Her lips are thin. Her ears are somewhat splayed out, her nose is slightly upturned, her hair is pale chestnut, her skin is cinnamon, and her nose bridge is somewhat concave. Amazing spatial sense and good intuition, but meager creativity, little linguistic ability, and a very bad sense of empathy. She is impolite and inconsiderate, sometimes acts with little determination and confidence, is very humble, pleased by her own appearance and talents, tries to do things correctly, has a sense of duty, tends to hang on to grievances, does not go out of her way to help others, can handle stress, is quite ambitious, not often feels lustful, doesn't often experience strong cravings, has an active sense of humor. When greeting others, she always smiles nervously, starts to drone up when she's exasperated, scratches her ear when she tries to remember anything. She personally finds the idea of independence and freedom somewhat foolish, and does not really value skills related to fighting. Alright then. She likes jet, trifle pewter, yellow diamond, cave swallow leather, kenna fabric, hemp paper, bolts, floodgates, spiked balls, horses for their strength, the words of the South Stranger, and the sound of the Trest Embrace. Prefers to consume glasseye and swamp whiskey, and absolutely detests rats. It's called GraveGate because we're making a Necromancer Tower. Alright, first things first, we're going to delve lodgings and cut trees. We're going to clear the landing site here, get ourselves plenty of building materials. And we also need to find stone. Oh, sand. Nice. White sand and black sand? Ah, conglomerate. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be the lodgings for the first 7 dwarves. All of our dwarves will probably live underground, but ideally, I want the Necromancer to live in the tower. You know, because that's why we're here. Uzal has high ambitions of being someone who gets to view the world from the top, and like potentially take over the world. Okay, we've got plenty of stuff up on the surface here. This will be like a temporary stockpile for some of the more important things. And whilst the miners are busy digging things out here, we're going to get started on some essentials. Okay. A couple of carpenters' workshops. And then in here, this is going to be where we're going to make some like stoneworks, some masonry stuff. We'll also do some masonry workshops on the surface, because we're going to need to start building walls to keep people out, because the undead are going to be here at some point. We have no guarantee of safety here. First things first, in a case of absolute emergency, we're going to need some hatch covers. If we start getting invaded by the dead, like really quick, we are going to want hatch covers to allow our dwarves to run underground and start locking the hatches behind us. After that, we're going to want beds. And Sarvesh here, we're going to start making rock blocks. We're going to pave over some of these ponds of like stagnant water. We're going to make ourselves a nice landing zone. Lenny over here is fishing in the stale water where there are no fish. Beautiful. Oh, there's an alligator snapping turtle. That could be a good egg layer if we catch it. Okay, do we have anyone else who's good at mining? We have like 3 different miners. I thought that we would have at least someone else doing picks. What is Dadok doing? Making a bed. Okay, okay. Not sure why, because we should have at least one more pick. Yeah, we've got another pick. Like, what are you doing? Okay, okay. As for carpentry... only selected people do it. We only want one person doing it right now. And that's the person who's actually a carpenter. So hopefully, people will, the people that have skill with the pickaxes will actually go and dig. Okay, good. Oh, what's the fighting going on? Okay. Okay, yeah. Looks like one of the dwarves has got into a fight with an alligator snapping turtle. Okay. Oh, and a dwarf is just kind of... oh, a dog is just savaging it. Oh, it's running away. It's attacking. Okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right. If the dwarves are going to attack, and if the dogs are going to attack, I'm gonna want all 3 of the dogs trained up for war. Really important that we make sure that none of our people, Sarvesh over here is just punching the shit out of that alligator snapping turtle. Yeah, we want someone to train up these dogs. Oh, that poor dog. She's, her guts are bruised. Oof. Okay. I want someone to train these dogs. Okay, good. Once we get these, once we get these dogs trained up, should be easier for us to fend for ourselves. We've found Jet. Okay, cool. So we've got Conglomerate and we've got Jet. Oh, imagine making the tower out of Jet. That would look really cool. Sure, it's not the ultra-dense slate that that other necromancers, well, that goblins and such can make their towers out of, but it looks pretty good all the same. Okay, we've got toads and we've got wrens, river otters, porcupines. Okay. Okay, looks like the hatches have all been constructed. So we can get these hatches put on. Okay, That's the very first bit of security that we have. To be able to run underground and lock the doors. Okay, okay. Pink tourmaline. Nice. Alright, we've got a few blocks made out here. Let's start making a few doors. Gotta start building up our mason's skills. And let's get some beds in here. The dwarves are going to want to get their heads down at some point. We should, at the very least, they should all have the ability to sleep here. Okay. We've got some of the sand being dug out here. That's good, that's good. Alright. Basic bedrooms for now. They may not have a whole lot in terms of like fancy furniture, but they are fairly spacious, and they do contain a bed. It's the bare minimum right now, but at the end of the day, sometimes that's all the dwarf needs. Why do my clothes not catch on fire? You know, that's a good question. Lore-wise, I only burn stuff that I choose to. Same applies to people. Alright, we've got the hatches in place. Now then, we are gonna want at least one chair, well, a couple of chairs and a couple of tables. Hello, La Poppin' Fresh, how you doing? Oh, somebody gave out some gift subs. If you give out a gift sub, the person doesn't have to be here to receive it. Yeah, I'm doing well. It has been it's been a weird week, you know. My computer broke down. I got it fixed, and now we're back in business. Okay. So now that we've got everything here, this is going to be like a very temporary everything stockpile. I want like everything down from the wagons into here. That's a good question. Zelda is actually coming back up now by the look of it. She's just sizing up what it would take to jump from the floor up to the wagon, up to the cat tree. Yeah, like I don't think I lost anything like memory-wise or like files-wise, but it was just inconvenient, you know. All right, let's get some stuff in here. Disassemble the wagon. Get it all broken apart. Alright, and then over here is going to be very basic offices for our bookkeeper and our manager. Oh, hey, we've got some fish already. In fact, this area is going to be home to our first tavern. This is going to be the first meeting area. We'll have this dug out and somewhere that dwarves can socialize in between in between all of their hard labor. Oh boy, yeah, looks like we're getting some chicory, prickleberries. Okay, yeah, we definitely want that stuff. That's going to be important for a variety of drinks. And then the blade weed, I'm pretty sure we can use that to dye clothing. Yep, it's used to make emerald dye. That's something that's pretty exotic as far as most dwarves are concerned. All right, so in here, we're gonna give ourselves some space for workshops. Let's see. Some really basic stuff for now. Just want to make sure that we have a few things down that we can make use of. Craft-off workshop, stoneworker, carpenter.
Oh, whoa. It's a raid.
Hey, it's Zytrif. Thank you so much for raiding. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today is Fortress Friday, so we are playing Dwarf Fortress. We'll be streaming tonight. Can I get a shout out for Zytrif, please? Yeah, thank you for the bun raid. Right, we're gonna dig deep, and the reason that we're gonna dig deep, ooh, look at those autumn leaves, beautiful. The reason that we're digging deep is I want to crack the caverns. For those who don't know, the reason you want to crack the caverns early is because we've got some layers of soil here. Grass, like sand, clay and everything. I want grass, like moss, fungus and all of that, to grow on the soil underground here. That way, we can get our grazing animals underground and have them safely grazing and eating down here, so we can keep them safe. Oh yeah, how was the new Zelda game? Preparing cosplay for a con tomorrow? Ooh, what kind of cosplay? Okay. Couple of chairs. Couple of tables. Now you may be wondering why we're putting them here. We are putting, because these are going to be the offices for two very important people. The manager and the bookkeeper. So right now, doesn't really matter which is which, except for the bookkeeper. Sarvesh here is a novice record keeper. Boop, boop. Cool. So, and over here, we're going to have Sarvesh, the manager. And here, we're going to have... Oh, I put Sarvesh as both of them. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay. Can they be both manager and bookkeeper? It seems like a lot to put on one dwarf. In that case, we'll have the future necromancer. Oh, wait. Sarvesh is the bookkeeper. Uzal will be the manager. For now. Okay, cool. Do an Eggman? Ooh, that's cool. He's such a it's like when it comes to characters that you can cosplay in real life, like that's really cool to do. I like that. Okay. Okay, we're getting our first tavern carved out here. And now that we have a manager, we can place some work orders. Some rock doors, some rock tables, some rock thrones, and then we'll do some wooden chests, some wooden cabinets, and we'll do a ton of wooden blocks. Because wood turned into blocks is very efficient. Like one log makes several blocks, and we can use that to basically make our very first walls. It'll be like a rudimentary palisade that we put around the fortress. You know, before we make our proper tower. Okay. Most of October is going to be choreographing the dance. Real nervous about it. Hey, I'm sure whatever happens, I'm sure you'll knock 'em dead. I believe in you. Let's see, we've got willow fruit. Oh, is that a squirrel? Bunch of white stalks. Okay. Okay, if there's one thing that we definitely want to do, we want to get some crafts done. Because it's mid-autumn right now. And the dwarves from the mountain home will probably be on their way. And we want to have something to sell them. Even if it's just like a few crafts. It's important to start trade real early. We want to be able to show them that we are worth trading with, worth coming back for. Okay, we are still digging down. That's fine. Okay, we've got people doing some good carpentry here. Making chests and cabinets, furniture for their rooms. That's going to be... The first thing is going to be decorating the rooms and giving this here, like, tavern. It's just a hole in the wall right now, but eventually it's going to be a place where everyone will want to spend time. I've been real novice on Dwarf Fortress, only looked at it from afar, and that's fair, It's a dense game. There's a lot to keep track of, and not everybody is going to be able to get into it. It's there's a lot of stuff to learn, and that's okay. And there are people who have spent years playing Dwarf Fortress who don't know stuff that people have figured out within the past few months. Like, one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm basically paving over this, like, stagnant water here. I don't want dwarves, like, tumbling into it. I also don't want dwarves, like, this will actually save a little bit on frame rate. Because if rain starts beating down in the water here, that can cause, like, a little bit of lag. Less so if it's beating down on stone. Okay, we've got a colony of bumblebees here. We cannot do anything with bumblebees. Do we have any honeybees? Oh, we do! Okay, we can... Yeah, that's for further down the road when we have, like, more dwarves. But hey, looks like we're up on another ad break here. So I'm gonna take another quick break here, and we will be right back. All right. Looks like the door order has been completed. When you have this few dwarves, it can be really easy to get things done real quick. This is what I like about the early stages of Dwarf Fortress. Sure, you have so few dwarves to get things done, but the frame rate is so rapid that it can be really quick to just belt these things out. I love seeing the turning of the seasons here. Okay. Let's get this tavern dug out, shall we? Sarvesh is now a bookkeeper. Updating the stockpile records. Good, good. Okay, all the furniture is being cranked out. That's good. Once all the furniture's made, that's when I want to get this tavern, like, really going. We're back to forgetting to go down a few levels and your entire expedition died because the trees caved in while they slept? What? What are you talking about? You mean like when you cut out the when you cut down a tree, there was like an empty space underneath it? I know I did do that a few times. So, like, say you've got a tree here. If there's an empty space, if you've dug out the space underneath it, if you then cut down this tree, sometimes it will leave an empty space. And I've had goblins, like, jump into those holes to get into the fortress. Set your soft cap on dwarves to 30 until you're ready to expand. 300? That's a lot of dwarves. Got to go down more than one level, so you chopped down a tree, it decided to act like sand in Minecraft and caved in. Yeah, like it can basically just, like, leave a hole, like, in between. So yeah, that can happen. Alright, get digging. Oh hey, it looks like Uzol, our aspiring necromancer, has a lover in the fortress. That's cool. Hopefully they can have a couple of children before we get ourselves some necromancy. Ooh. One thing that I want is a fishery. Because those fish that they're bringing in are raw. If we do a fishery, we can make sure that they are properly cleaned and turned into proper food. Ooh, we've got Kaniwa. We can make that into beer. Lenny has become a fisher dwarf, despite the fact that nobody told them to. They're bringing in Muscle and Char. Brook Lamprey. Interesting. Game started. Yeah, I bet. Like, I had the game like slowing down at like 200 dwarves, partly because the game had literally 300 cavefish people that it was keeping track of, and all of those cavefish people were like off in like a part of the caverns. It was madness. Alright. Let's get all these areas smoothed out. Yeah, like, we literally could not kill all of them because they were riding Jabberers and Rutherers and all this other stuff, and dwarves would just get exhausted before they could kill everything. So we did the only logical thing. We kidnapped ourselves a couple of fire imps and burned the whole level of the caverns down. And when they killed the fire imps, we were lucky because a forgotten beast that breathed fire showed up, and we simply let it do its thing. Oh hey, looks like this place freezes too. Just got him. Hello, marry me, baby. Great. Well, thank you. I came up with it about 17 years ago now, during a game of Left 4 Dead. Welcome, welcome. I only had one solution for the fire beasts. Well, no, the fire beast was the solution to the fish people. After that, we just closed the caverns and we just we let them get on with it, you know? So yeah, fire-breathing forgotten beasts, one of the worst kind to encounter. Oh, that's a dead magpie. Cats are really busy. We're getting like hamsters, just hamsters and sparrows. Well, at least our food is safe. Well, no trade caravan this year, but here's hoping that we get some next year. That said, you know, the elves are in the nearby region. Maybe they'll come and trade with us in the spring. We're just gonna set up a trade depot in the off chance that they arrive in the spring. Is that an Oriole? It was bright orange. Couldn't get a lock on it. Bumblebee. But no, we need honeybees, not bumblebees. Luckily, some honeybees are like right outside the fortress. If we really wanted to, we could get them in. Lenny is not a bird. That wouldn't make the bird orange. keep seeing it in just like little flashes here and there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a cardinal. Oh, nice. He kept the wongs. Yes. Minor spelling mistake. Argument incorrect. Annoyed after sleeping in the dirt? We have beds. You can simply take a bedroom. It's fine. Okay, I know that Freya wanted to, like, steal the book, so just gonna... Oh, no, wait, no, she goes by Aurelia now. Again. Aurelia of GraveGate. We got a lot of work to do, and not a whole lot of dwarves to do it with. Okay, we've got some rock crafts just in case anyone comes to trade. Trade depot is not up yet, but that's okay. DF Hackett did a permanent room assignment thing so traveling dwarves don't constantly lose their rooms. Excellent. Okay, the rock blocks... Okay, they're almost done. Cool. Okay, you know what? We're gonna up the priority of getting this place smoothed out. Hopefully we'll get every dwarf on this soon. So I want a nice tavern for them. If they're gonna be stuck here in a place where the undead might appear at any moment, I want them to have a nice place to socialize in. I've got a whole bunch of designs here that I really want to get done. But this is going to be priority for now. And hey, this will all give them some good satisfying work and some new skills. Felt love remembering a new romance. Annoyed at the lack of chairs. Don't worry, we're working on it. So yeah, once we have the tavern going and like a kitchen and a still, I want to start making layers of defenses. That's a hell of a set of consequences. Hopefully, I will be able to do something similar once I steal this this book from Edry. 'Cause yeah, our fortress is here. The fortress of Arrow Platted is right here, or the tower rather. Then we've got Dwarven hillocks here. We've got Elven forests here. music sounds copyrighted. It is not. It is part of Stream Beats. All of that is DMCA free. So if you ever want to spice up your streams, then go to Stream Beats by Harris Heller. They have a channel that is dedicated to making sure that you have great music content that you can use in your YouTube videos and Twitch streams without having to worry about getting copyright strikes. I know, right? Okay. So yeah, a lot of this is temporary. We're gonna rework a whole bunch of this once we're better set up. Like this area, I'm gonna expand, and this is gonna be kind of our forge area for once we get going. This is gonna be where all of our dwarves kind of hang out. This is basically gonna be our drunk shelves. People can sleep things off here in the tavern. This is going to be where we have our still and our kitchen to make food and booze on site. These will be our first proper rooms for our first founding dwarves. And then we will simply dig deeper for more rooms. Now, when it comes to taverns, I like to do long benches so that all of our dwarves can eat together. And then we leave some space in the middle for singing and dancing, that sort of thing. So this is going to be our central meeting area. We'll expand it as we go on. This will be our tavern, the Cake of Corridors. When everybody is done with their... when everyone is done with their labors here, they can come and hang out. That is someone who is determined to finish their sandwich. You like the way I explain things? Thank you. I find that it's something that keeps people coming back, I've had to explain what's going on since I started doing Fortress Friday back in the days before the Steam version. And I needed to explain a hell of a lot more then. Because there was just no clue for a lot of people as to what anything was that was being looked at. So I needed to explain a whole lot. But that's one of the things I love about the Steam version. People can take a look and they can understand what's going on a lot better than if they're looking at this. Like, I can kind of get what I'm looking at here, but even I needed to use a tile set back in the day. Yeah, this is just so much nicer to look at. Okay, one thing I want to make sure of is... let's see. Oh wow, that's the sound of just the wind outside really picking up. Okay, we have all visitors welcome. So that means that people from any nearby settlements, traveling adventurers, all of that will be welcome to come in and sample our delights, you know? It's definitely a good aesthetic. You know, you get that kind of Matrix style, like, I don't even see the code kind of thing. If you look at it long enough, you do kind of get used to it. But you know, the way the snow looks here, that's really pretty. The dwarves will definitely be annoyed about getting snowed on, though. Grouchy drinking the same old booze. Well, we had better change that real quick. We've got plenty of, like, fisher berries and things, so we should be able to use those to make some new booze. Alright, miners, I need you to get working on digging to the caverns and breaking down the breaking down here to make the kitchen and the still. Ah, yes, here we go, here we go. Expansive cavern deep underground. Perfect. So we don't actually need to go down here just yet. But now that we're here, let's inspect the caverns real quick. We've got hematite for iron ore. We've got fungi wood and tower cap for wood. There's cave spider silk here, so we can make textiles. We've got some mushrooms here that we can plant. We've got Morion clusters here for gems. These are some pretty nice caverns. Not exactly astounding or exceptional, but not all that dangerous looking either. We've got plenty of water here if we need it, and that means we can probably find some subterranean fish too. Very sustainable. And now that we have found our way into the caverns, just a cloud of spores will be going up through this tunnel and out into these areas here. Anywhere that has sand or clay. Look at this. It's already starting. The floor fungus. The floor fungus is great for, you know, as I mentioned before, for grazing animals. So we're going to expand the tunnels here. And this is going to be our, like, agricultural sector. So over here, we're going to make a nice space for our grazing animals. This is going to be for our egg layers. They don't need to graze, but I'm putting them in the same place just for the sake of organization. And then over here, we don't necessarily need grass here, but it's just to keep it all in like one place. This is going to be our farm plots. Welcome back, Axe. So look at that. Floor fungus is coming through already. Oh, what movie did you watch? So yeah, the dwarves are getting good at mining now. Like this one, Id here is already an adept miner. So carving through blocks of sand, no big deal. Oh. We have Thewefa Marofa, the Raven Man Blowgunner, and Kem Tuwistudan, a human crossbowman who are visiting. Look at that, a raven person. Both here to sample the delights of our tavern, no doubt. Inside Out too. Oh, cool. How was it? Like the original Inside Out was really I enjoyed that a lot. You know, it's a good movie. Kind of made you want to buy something that you saw at the movie? Well, what did it make you want to buy? Okay. Farming. Farm plot time. We've got a bunch of seeds, so I want us to get digging. Get plowing. Okay, so we're gonna put a stockpile here, just for seeds. So we'll go food, custom, and then seeds. Nice. Hey, that's a sign that a sign of a good movie, you know? It makes you wanna, you know, get some merch from it, you know? Okay, so all of these animals are starting to hang out in the tavern. And that is, that's not good, you know? Because all of these animals, they need to graze. There is no grass in here for them to graze. They will get hungry if we leave them in here. Or at least the grazers will. The chickens will be fine. Just want to drink and chill, you know? They just want to toss back a frosty mug of beer like anyone else. That's a good question, Kelth Dragon. I've never tried it. I really should have. Ooh, okay, you know what? Digging is taking too long. We're gonna dig down here, and we're gonna start helping ourselves to some iron, just real quick. And up here, we're gonna start with a rudimentary furnace. We'll do a wood furnace here to burn some wood. And then we'll do a smelter. And we'll put our first forge down here. Okay, and then the stockpile here. We're going to make a stockpile for food. And it's going to be specifically prepared meals. And then this stockpile over here, that's going to be drinks. You might be wondering why I've got a couple of chests in the tavern. That's to make room for drinking vessels and for musical instruments. Alright, I want these to have priority. Alright, so what does this raven person want? This visitor has come asking questions and to relax. He is seeking information about the location of Realmscorn, the ancient visionary. Huh. This human has apparently seen a dwarf called Senshi die. Well, we've had multiple dwarves throughout the course of history called Senshi. So who knows if they mean the same one that we do. What about this guy? Doesn't really know anyone here. We've definitely had one dwarf called Senshi die before, yeah. But, you know, such is life in Dwarf Fortress. Logem Lolok Fikuk, the Axe Dwarf, is visiting. Let's take a look at you. An iron great axe and a bronze shield. Wow. Holding a great axe single-handedly? That's pretty badass for a dwarf. We might have. Doesn't mean that they didn't still see them die. Okay. We need a still in here to get some new drinks going. And a kitchen to get some good food. Okay. We're going to start off with some charcoal. We only need 1 unit of charcoal, and after that, we can use that charcoal to burn all of the bituminous coal that we brought here. And then that bituminous coal will then make a whole bunch of coke. We can then use that coke to make fuel. Okay, this area here, this is our pasture. We're going to get all the grazing animals in here real quick to make sure they don't starve. And then this will be a pasture for the chickens. You know what? We'll throw the pigs in here as well because they don't need to graze. Okay. Need some new drinks, stat. So dwarves are starting to run out. Okay. Looks like we've dug ourselves some hematite. That means... Okay, let's make some coke. And no, Pepsi is not okay. Okay, so one unit of bituminous coal becomes 8 units of coke. After that, we smelt up some hematite until we have enough iron to make a pickaxe. Then we take that pickaxe, we give it to another dwarf. Oh shit. A giant cave toad is down there fighting a snake. Buy a vault. Blue and green and red diamonds. Ooh, okay. Tempting. But you know, the risk is not necessarily worth it just yet. I cannot train up war giant cave toads, and you know this. get planting, dwarves, although in time we will have no need for seeds. Alright, let's get a couple of lavish meals going. And while we're here, couple more hatches. That way we can close off the caverns if we need to, or if we encounter anything dangerous. You can also use some nest boxes. That way we can get our hens laying. Do we ever make easy meals or fine meals? I've never really felt the need to, you know? They just, I just feel like the lavish ones are just better, you know? I suppose if you have fewer ingredients and you want your dwarves to practice cooking with fewer ingredients, that might be a good reason to use them. But yeah, never felt the need. Let's see. Huh. So this Raven Man also is looking for Realm Scorn. And this dwarf wants to know about the location of Anguish Cudgels. All three of them are here finding artifacts. Interesting. Well, I wish you luck on your journey, but we know of no such things. Okay, looks like the dwarf is telling a story. Yeah, prepared meals are still pretty good trade goods if you're short on anything else. Oh hey, looks like it's springtime. I wonder if the elves know where we are. It's unlikely that we've caught their attention just yet, but you never know. Someone get that unicorn into the pasture. It's just sitting there going hungry. Oh, looks like we're... Okay, good. So yeah, this is a good start to the tavern. I want at some point to like jazz it up a little more, but it's definitely more than sufficient for our purposes right now. Okay, we're getting our seeds planted. Wide variety of crops for a number of different drinks and other such things. Okay, we've got the hematite ore coming up to be smelted. We've got plenty of iron ore. So now we make single iron pick. So the third dwarf that we have that is good at mining will have a pick that they can use to help speed up the digging process. Okay, cool. So with that done, let's just make sure that we have... Okay. Alright, cool. Our Dwarves have so many things to do and so little time to do any of them. Oh hey, look. One of our pigs has already given birth to a new piglet. We're on our way to sustainability. Couple of nest boxes, that'll be good to get us some eggs. And fun fact, so pretty much anything that is a mammal in this game is fully capable of producing milk, and as far as the game is concerned, that means that you can make cheese out of it. It doesn't matter if normally you would not be able to. As far as the game is concerned, anything that can make milk, that milk can be made into cheese. If you ever Google it, pig milk does not coagulate in the same way as cow milk, but the game does not care. Also, one of the more cursed fun facts is that when the Steam marketplace became open to Dwarf Fortress mods, do you know what the first most popular mod was? The first most popular mod in Dwarf Fortress was milkable gorillas. I wish I was joking. I see you're already familiar. It also allowed gorillas to be used as mounts, for some reason. Oh hey, looks like the Ravenman Blowgunner is returning. Clearly he seems enamored with the place. Not sure how he'll feel once we start making it a Necromancer Tower, but hey, let him be content to be here for now. Also, something that makes me chuckle is pretty much anything that you offer an elf that is made out of wood will offend the hell out of them. However, you can invite them to trade at a trade depot that is made entirely out of wood, and they will think nothing of it. Okay, looks like we've got plenty of different... Ooh, we've got radish wine, Kaniwa beer. Good stuff. A lot of construction going on. Okay, so yeah, here we've got our very first wooden wall being put up. Just a simple palisade for now, you know? Something that... something to keep other people out. If we wish them to stay out, you know, something that marks the barrier between us and intruders. From such humble beginnings, mighty fortresses will begin. It's a little slapdash, but right now, security is what I'm concerned about. The dead are out there, and who knows when they might come to attack. In fact, you know what? This trade depot, we're gonna put it directly outside of the walls. We've got a lot of wooden blocks up here already, so it should be easy for our dwarves to throw this up in a few days. One day we'll tear it all down and we'll put in place some proper fortifications. Right now, all that I care about is if the undead come here, I want the ability to lock the doors and keep them out. Function over form right now. One day we'll have a towering jet spire that juts forth from the earth. Ooh, you know what we should make in the Crafts Dwarf workshop as well? One thing that will help our dwarves' moods. Couple of goblets, couple of mugs, you know. Dwarves will get annoyed if they have to drink alcohol without a goblet, mug, or cup. If they drink in one of those, makes them feel a little better about themselves. You would think that any dwarf would just enjoy sticking their head directly in a barrel and quaffing deliberately, but no. Dwarves apparently like to be classy. If they're gonna quaff, they want a drinking vessel. Okay. Coming along nicely. Straight from the barrel or not at all, I know, right? But yeah, apparently that's what dwarves want. They wanna drink from a fancy they wanna drink from a cup at the very least. And yeah, once they're made, dwarves will bring those drinking vessels directly to these chests. Because as you can see, by default, we have a space stored for them. Ooh, a human axeman is coming to visit. Okay. You know, if we're making an above ground fortress like this,
it's a raid.
Musical Fox! Hello, welcome everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail Vtuber. I checked, and tonight it is Fortress Friday, which means that we are playing some Dwarf Fortress. How you doing? What were you streaming? It is a rare treat to be raided by Fox because for the past year and 9 months or so, I think it's been a long time. She has been part of one of the longest donathons that I have ever witnessed. So it's good to see you being able to raid out. How was Minecraft? Is it suitably spoopy? 595 days. Oh my goodness.
Enjoy your stay.
Goomister, thank you very much for the follow. I should throw a flaming bottle of love through the windows of your heart. Thank you for being follower number 1472. Since we're talking about Halloween real briefly, would you like to get a little sneak peek at something? Well, since we're discussing spoopy things. That's going to be a transition screen for my Halloween streams. Isn't it cool? based off of it's based off of this alternative outfit here. Anyway, so yeah, tonight we have a brand new fortress that we're working on. 7 dwarves who are frantically carving out a place for themselves. Right now, like you need to return the favor, what do you mean? Let's see. Do we have any buckets? Actually, I don't think we have any buckets. Let's make a bucket real quick. Bucket, and with the bucket, we can make milk, and with that milk, we can make cheese. Okay, this bucket is now full of sheep's milk. With that sheep's milk, we can make sheep cheese. Ooh, this Axeman is, he's got some copper armor, silver great axe, trade maps for students, an 85-page manual, trade maps for students. Concerns the placement of economic information on the maps. The writing is full of force. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, oh, that's beautiful. That must be really exciting. Alright, so Ravenman is still looking for Realmscorn the Ancient Visionary. Good luck to him. We're smoothing out the stone here on the walls. Let's get some doors on these rooms because bedroom's not really complete without a door at the very least. You should be able to shut your door and get some privacy. I was just lucky, you know? I saw someone had a YCH open, and I was like, hey, I should get on that, you know? Okay, they've got cranberries. Let's get some okay. Oh no, the berries are not ready. A Raven Woman's Spearman is visiting. Okay, but she only has wooden weaponry. I guess she must have elven sensibilities. Oh, she can just fly right over the walls. Yeah, why bother taking the door when she can simply fly right over? That's funny. Okay, looks like we've got some cave lobster casserole, some prickleberry wine casserole, and some aardvark lung chowder. Mmm, delicious. Alright, so this little area here is, like I said, it's basically what I call a drunk shelf. It's a tiny, tiny room. and it's basically designed for visitors to sleep here if they want to sleep here. That way, they don't have to necessarily sleep on the floor if they pass out. They can just stumble over to these places and just like lay themselves down on a bed, and then wake up in the morning. You know, feel free to wander around and hang out. And I'm sure our people appreciate outsiders coming in to tell stories of the outside world. I almost went after a tower that had a necromancer that was a raven person, but that raven person did not have any books that I needed to steal from them. Don't have random folks falling asleep in the middle of your temples. Exactly. Last thing we need is somebody just passing out in the middle of a good song and dance, you know? Have some decency. Then again, you know, if they don't have somewhere to pass out, then it makes sense that they would just pass out in the middle of the floor. This way, they don't have an excuse. If they feel sleepy, they can grab themselves a bed here. So yeah, if we do that, accept, and then we assign this to an existing location, the Cake of Corridors, which is the name of our tavern. So that way, you can see here, it now counts as a rented room. So a visitor can simply rent the room, and they can stay here if they want. Okay, and then assign to the Cake of Corridors. Okay, so now it should have 3 rented rooms. Yeah, like it's not something that was made like it's not something that they really brought a whole lot of attention to. But hey, I think that if we make it a good place for them to come and visit, maybe we can get some of them to stick around for, you know, eventually become citizens. And if not, word will travel, and our aspiring necromancer will find all new people to manipulate. But hey, we've got the palisade set up, we have our tavern going, we have the very basics of industry. I think this is a good place to leave it. Thank you for watching, comrades. Dwarf Fortress is something that is near and dear to my heart, and so it is a pleasure for me to finally do a series that I intend to have a story, something that has, you know, some direction, and, you know, hopefully will end up with us having a really cool Necromancer Tower on top of the land, and being our own little villain that tries to take over the world. But hey, if you like the video, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, do all of those usual things. Support me on Ko-fi if you want, and as always, I want you all to remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be. So light it up.